Hey everyone, my name is Alex and welcome to Automate Business Automation Podcast. So today we will talk about the different things. It will be the Integromat news as usually. It will be different news about marketing and related things like ManyChat update, which recently was announced. Okay, so let's start with it. Hope you got a great week and enjoying preparing to great weekend. So this will be kind of fun for you. So let's do it. We're starting with the news of Integromat as usually. So let me switch to my screen and show you a couple of news. It will be also MailChimp. So let's start with the Integromat. So this week we got a couple of updates. We added a couple of modules for to existing applications. It's like a Zoho, so now you can make API calls, custom API calls, edit small module to Plutio. Also, basic mail check app, gateway API, and survey any place. Actually, not familiar with this app yet. It's also just added. So the biggest news for this week that we finally passed the Google security, how does it call, like survey or audit will be correct. And now we got like advanced options to work with Google apps. So you will see even more apps in the, our Integromat, like even more options for Google. As I remember, we still have no available the Google Photo. So this one module will be updated, and much more apps like Google Docs, so on and so forth. So now we are free to update and apply, like release the new applications. It might be not it won't be probably tomorrow, but really soon we will update most of the Google modules, and it's good. So this is the biggest thing at this moment. So let me adjust the cameras a little bit. So I want to do it like this. Okay, and pictures. Okay, so let's move further. Here we have another. It's not a big actually news, but Facebook has been spoken a lot about it, and it's mostly about this 24 hours window, which actually won't allow you to interact with the customers with the chatbots after 24 hours of the last customer action. So you can read it. It's a ManyChat blog, and if you probably use ManyChat, you got it. But it's important to check it. So from January 15th of next year, you won't be able to send your customers any messages outside of this 24 hours window as it is before, as it was before, and as it is now. So you can simply send broadcasts to customers only if they subscribe to your bot, right, or your business page. But after this date, the Facebook won't allow to do this anymore. And here are basically a lot of explanations about it. So this is the thing. So you see like a 24 hours after the last action. It might be click, it might be message you received from a customer, but this 24 hours window allow you to send promotion and not promotions. After this, you won't be uh, able to send any promotional thing. So it will be restricted, and this basically will definitely limit the bots. But ManyChat, as you know, they rolled it out like a couple of months ago, options for SMS and emails. So like old-fashioned email marketing will still work, and you already can connect and import. They also roll it for partially for part of the customers. It was like 5% yesterday, probably more today. The option where you can import your emails to the ManyChat. This is important step. So just take a look on this guide. Take a look on ManyChat group in the Facebook. I saw the guy posted the manual how to connect existing emails field. So you had probably before the email in a, it called custom field, right? So now you can transfer them to uh, like a general emails, and now you can automatically opt in all the customers to your email sequence, and you can send emails automatically. You can find it in the ManyChat group. So that's about the ManyChat. In general, I saw a couple more interesting things like the PayPal bot, this coupanator or app. It calls uh, Honey. I even installed this widget, so it actually allowed you to get promo codes from different stores. So the PayPal acquired it for some amazing amount, kind of 4 billions or something. You can easily check it, but it's amazing how like how much money companies spend on its app. It's finally like a lot of customers and e-commerce, but still it's amazing how many money we have in e-commerce and all related stuff. And it's also about Amazon and all these things. Okay, so let's move further. I will show you today couple of things how to. It was actually the news already, so let's move to our basic section. And today I will show you how to work with the filters. So for new customers or for customers who not super advanced in Integromat, usually it's a big problem. It's not probably the problem, but a lot of questions comes on this point. So I'd like to show you how basically you might work with them. So okay, so we have a pipe drive. So let's go to pipe drive and use real something. So the filters in Integromat, as you probably know, you can set them between the modules, right? And important to know these operators for your filter. So when you set the filter, the most important thing is to select correct operator here, right? They call like comparison operator because usually in filter you have two entities to check, right? So you compare the one entity or expression or values of something in one field to another. This is the main idea. Okay, so in our case, we will check the pipe drive leads and let's start with it. So there are a couple of groups for our comparison rules here, and we start with a basic, which are exist and does not exist. So these are actually allow you to check existence of some variable And this really handy when you need to check and pass only some kind of things, and you don't need and you won't need to pass something else, right? So we can test it with a pipe drive, for example. Let's check. We don't have webhooks, so we can also speak about the connections while we here. So many of customers also not aware how to add the connections and the webhooks. So we starting from here, and you have your connection and then create the webhook. If you don't have a connection, you just need to click on it, select the option, and move further. Actually, for the pipe drive, we recommend the API token instead of out, but hopefully it will be updated from the pipe drive. And for the webhooks, we usually have several options for event. It depends on the API of the service, in this case, the pipe drive, but we usually have several type of events. So in this case, as you see, it's added, updated, deleted, or all of them. Again, some customers make mistake when select all, and then they starting to get a lot of webhooks which are not related to particular um, goal of the setting. So I said all in this case, so we can run the module now and test what will be returned from a pipe drive. So I actually just changed the structure in a pipe drive, and it should trigger the thing if my connection is correct. So let's wait a couple of seconds. Let's double check the connection. If it won't, actually it's a test account and might happen anything here. And we're going to also create a lead while we're waiting. Hopefully we will be able to do it. Yeah, so no any restriction on it. And we got something. So let's check what we just got. So we got add event, and usually when you work with the webhooks, you see the type of event. It also depends on the service which sends the data, right? The webhooks in this case. And here we have added person, right? So it's clearly describes what actually happened and what this event about. So here we see like add person, and that's what we can use for our filter. So let's say I want to filter only added persons instead of updated or different entities. So for my event, I will then select E002 and the entity, the exactly value of it. I would like to start with an exist, but let's do this first. So we will check if it was actually added person and nothing um, besides of add. So let's try to run our scenario again. And let's try to update our deal, some of our deals now. I will just try to change the name of it to something like this. Because we select all events, the pipe drive technically should return us update on it. So let's see. And I actually selected the all, right? So it might be the case. So let's wait and see. And meanwhile, I'm going to again create. Oh, I haven't. Oh, actually, it should be saved, right? Have a couple of extra windows here. And let's create another deal. So let's call it deal 1, 2, 3. Let's save it and check our scenario. Okay, so basically the pipe drive in this case sent us added person, and our filter worked. So that's what means equal. So we filtered this by just event name. I would like to create a different probably for that. I want to see how it work with the updated, for example. It's weird actually why it does not trigger our webhook with the updates. So let's see how it goes with the update. This should be considered as an update. Actually, and the name change will definitely should be considered as an update. It actually happens, so sometimes the remote API might stop work. It's not the big deal because you already know. So actually you see like a person thing, right? So this might be the case. Let me see. So actually these are probably will be triggered, the updates, the relate update related thing will be triggered only when I actually updated something, not the name of it. Because as you saw, as soon as I added the phone in here, it was immediately triggered. So if I will add some email, it will be triggered also. It should be triggered based on their logic. And thankfully our filter here, as you can see, our events won't pass here. So I will track the only newly created leads in this case. So this is the idea of the filter, right? Filter something based on the rule and condition you will set for it. Okay, so exist. This is the thing which we had to start with, right? And let's see what actually we can check. So for example, I want to do some action with the email, and it's also like a super common issue for the customers when customer by default like wants to do something with the email. Let's say I want to send um, the customer some greetings or whatever. As soon as customer added to the CRM, the pipe drive in this case, I want to take the customer's email, should be somewhere here, so phone, email, and I have to select the value here. Make sure you select variables correctly. So I select the email to send something to my customer. Test email, right? So what will happen in this case? So if I will have the customer with the correct email, and my scenario will work. Let's take another deal for it and change it because currently we have our webhook for update. So let's say we got, okay, so let's do it properly. So let's use the new lead, right? So updated. This was our initial webhook, which should be triggered on adding on the creation, right? So we will use our inbox to test it, and we will create a new deal for these purposes. So going to add the new deal and select the inbox to check incoming emails. Okay, so here are my pipe drive, the person name, Alex, for example, and we have the email field here. I will select my test Gmail and add it here. So our lead added, and it means that our system has sent the email to customer, right? And system actually does. So in our inbox somewhere should be the incoming email, right? Maybe promotion. I actually got 7 of them. Okay, so let's double check. Let's add it here. Yeah, it should come soon. So this is the Gmail, and we send the command, right? We send the request. So email should be added, sent. We can actually check the another email which has been used for this one. Okay, let's just wait. And what I wanted to show you how we actually can test it out. So in my case, I want to make sure that my email exists, because if I will have the situation where my customer won't have the email. So here, the email entity, and make sure you select the correct one. That's why I always recommend you to pull the data first, right? So uh, we have to make sure that email exists, because this what will happen. Yeah, actually we got the email finally. So probably it's already weekend in the Gmail. So this what will happen if we won't have the email and we won't have a filter. In my case, I actually added the filter. Let's set the opposite, does not exist, right? Okay, so I will just create the deal without email, and let's see what will happen. So my scenario will be stopped because my Gmail module actually does not have the address to send, right? So we do not have receiver, and we definitely will get an error. So that's why we use exist does not exist, the simplest explanation for it. So you use it to check the existence of a value. So in this case, if I won't have the email for my customer, our filter easily can help us to just stop the execution on this point and won't pass it through. Okay. Can I press it? So it's probably also delayed. Yeah. So that's what actually happened. We have filtered, find nothing, and stopped in here. Probably should be another. Okay, so another option for a filter comparison rule, it's a text. There are a lot of comparison rules here, like equal case insensitive. Hope you understand what case means, right? Not equal, contains, not contains. So if you want to find something like I don't know, like submission in a subject of the email or something, you might check, right? So it might be anything. You might check the value of some tag for some stage, for CRM, so on and so forth. It might start with a something, or does not start with a something and with something, and so on and so forth. So we will check from the starting of the text or ending of the text. It might match pattern if we use the regex, and so on and so forth. The numerical thing basically works for numbers, right? So if we might say that if let's say greater than, let's see the value. So our deal has to have the value, right? and we might actually check it. So let's say our value of deal has to be more than 1,000 to do something with it, right? So I have to find my value. Let's wait a sec. And it should be the number, right? I probably will create a deal for it to just make sure I got my number correct. This is also part of the process when you make a test to understand what exactly comes. Let's say I want to send my value to 80 and check how it will be submitted to us. Also, you may see like a Pipedrive makes this really good because it has two options. It has like a previous state for your lead and current. So if you track the update, it's really handy. So you can compare these two again using the filter. So you may set like this, not equal to this, for example, value was changed, or you may check the stages for your values. Okay, let's see if we got the actually our deal thing. It might be required to use additional module for it. Sometimes system does not add some data to the webhook, as in this case, right? So we have to add additional module to get a deal by our deal ID. And this will allow us to get more. Oh, that's why I will have a new person event. This why it all happened. So we have to track a deals. This my bad, definitely. So we will new deal event. We will use new deal event instead of person. That's why my only person was tracked, right? My person's action, because with a deal we create action, but when we change, we create the person, but when we change actually the deal name, we won't change the person. So that's why. And here will be actions for our deal correspondingly. So I will create a new event. I will name it deal created. Okay, and we can now test it out. Probably will have some values at once for it. No, we have to submit the value. Let's do it. Now, as you see, I have to either change or remove this value from my Gmail, because the variable was used from previous one. Probably we don't have the emails in a deal entity, so we have to pull the customer also. It might happen, or we just need, yeah, we just need to get the value first. So let's unlink the module, then system will allow us to run the module and create the deal. Okay, so I'm going to create a deal test, deal and value. Let's say our 80. Okay, we got a deal and we have the value for it, right? So this our person ID, this our value, our deal, and let's see if we got the email. Now, unfortunately, it won't get us the email, so we have to have the person thing in this case. So we have to get the person, and we'll use the person ID. So now we can map our email value from a person. It should be here because our deal does not return this value. Okay, and now, as I said before, I'm going to set the value for lead greater than 80, right? So I want to uh, have deals only 1,000, not less. Want to process them in here, right? So, and if I will create a deal with a value 999, it won't pass our filter and won't be processed. But as soon as I will create the deal for the 1,000 and more, it will be definitely passed, and my person technically should receive the email, but since I haven't put it, my system filtered it. So that's how you basically work with the filters. Definitely, we have a lot of options. We have combinations of it. So there are like and or rules. And for example, I can set all my filters in one place, right? So I can set that this of leads should be greater than 1,000 and has something. I can't send the email here, as you understand, because my email will be captured only in this place. So, but I can set the deal also here, right? So actually, this was not correct filter. So we will set deal. That is our amount. The value for deal greater than 1,000 and the email for a customer, not for the company, should exist. So now I can remove it from here. We will check the person for any kind of deal, right? But we won't trigger the rest of the sequence. So hopefully this is understandable, and we can now create the last probably test deal for today with 10,000 and email. Okay, so both our filter has to be passed. Okay, let me see. Oh, I put it 1,000. Okay, let me see. It probably updated the old one. So if my person has an email, now we can go ahead and send the email. Okay, so there are a lot of more options. As I said, we have the daytime, we have a time, we have a boolean where true and false happens, we have array, but it's kind of more advanced thing, and I will explain this in next video. So today in our advanced section we are going to finish our affiliate system, which we started to build last week. So let's move further and finish this system we have created. So in a couple of words, we have the Airtable, which allows our customer register as an affiliate and receive the email with the link. Okay, so let's see. We have to have the inbox. Okay, so we might test it out. So we have the application form. This is table which we actually use to add our customers, and in form view we use it as a form for our customers. So this basically customers list, right? And this how it works. Our scenario captures the submissions, the webhooks from Airtable, and add our customer to the list. I'm going to double check if my test email here and remove it. So, okay, so we don't have our test email in a list, so it won't be filtered. And we can submit it right now. Okay, so let's assume our affiliate going to register in here. After the form submission, it will be sent to the special page which generated by our webhook. In here, we have a piece of HTML which we return to the browser, which simply basically creates these two text records. Here is your link. This is the link we got from the bit.ly. And we also have the template for our future scoreboard if we will decide to do it today. Okay. In Airtable, our customer was added to application form table, and we have provided the new free code, which actually became the part of customer's affiliate URL. If we will check our thing, it became the customer's affiliate URL. So what we're going to do, we are going to change this one to our new webhook to actually track the clicks, right? So let's assume we will definitely send our affiliates to some page, right? So we need to create the new webhook which will process these clicks, and we definitely need to update the URLs for our customer, for our affiliates, right? So this is what we just got. This your affiliate club link, blah blah blah, and this the bit.ly link which leads our customers to this test something. Okay, it's because it's test, it's probably something which you use somewhere. So bit.ly inform us this URL does not exist. So we're going to remove our customer for now from here and from here, because we will need to have this free. So we'll need to use this email further. So we'll add the webhook. Yeah, smile hook again. Okay, and it will be the, let's call it affiliate link URL. So now we have it. We can run this module because we will send some data here. And we need to change our scenario definitely to provide correct links. So in a bit.ly module, we're going to change our link to this, and then we will add our code. So this is what will happen when we will add the code. This is how the structure of URL work. So we have the question mark here after the URL. So if we only click the URL, we will trigger our webhook and it will be empty. We won't get nothing, right? We won't have anything. And if we will add some parameters after question mark, just like this, so parameter name without spaces definitely equal to something. So this will be nothing else as a variable which will be parsed by our webhook. So now I just send this parameter to my webhook. So we will use this idea, right, to track our things. And here, as you see, right, our customer was sent to this, the browser of the customer was sent to this particular URL because we won't provide anything else. We actually don't see anything, but we may use webhook response to transfer our customer to any page. It calls location property here. So basically adding the header of location, and this might be anything you want. I will use the Google for it. Okay, just for test purposes. And we also going to add the clicks, right? So we need to calculate the number of clicks our customer bring us or bring our final page. Okay, as we have the Airtable, we will add those clicks to Airtable and we will calculate them. So it will be easy, like simple math, right? We will simply take the previous value and we will add +1 with each click. So we will retrieve a record. No, we have to search it, right, by our ID. So for this, we're going to use our table. Let's set it probably here, right? So this my logic with this. So let's say I want to, for the simplicity, I want to have this as an affiliate dashboard for our customer to not build anything, to not build any affiliate page or something, just web page. We going to share it. It should be the option, create a shareable grid view link, right? And so anyone can use this shareable link to access my affiliate dashboard. So we can do the some kind of affiliate dashboard where our affiliate will compete. We'll see how many clicks anyone bring to us. It's probably not super good idea to expose the emails, but we will see. We'll just remove them. So we'll just the names here and ID. So that's it. We're going to add the links or clicks in here, it will be number, definitely. So it will be now a quantity of the numbers. Let me see. Checkbox email number. Precision will be 1. Decimal uh, will be clicks, and it will be we actually need something to identify our affiliates if we will remove the email. So we'll use ID or affiliate ID probably. The 8 ID. Okay, so this we will use to match our affiliate from this table and with the affiliate on this table, right? So the code we need to edit here, and I want to have my emails better here than I actually have them already. So this even easier, right? So we can just go ahead and remove this one. Actually, it's our submission form, but just for our test, we will just keep it like this. That's fine. Or let's go ahead and create the board. Then create the board here. Because I want the only affiliate who bring the click see other affiliates, right? It will be much more better for us. So we have the name, we have the IDs, or how to match them. Yeah, better we use IDs. I doubt that anyone will use another affiliate ID to bring them clicks, so we can export them. It's not the big deal. And this one we can simply, let's start from the scratch. So affiliate ID will be text, and this will be clicks. It will be number. That's it. So 3 columns. It will be our affiliate dashboard. This we will keep as a system. So we won't touch this one. And then this one we will use as our shareable link. You remember we have it in the email and in the webhook. This is what our customer will see. Let's test it on incognito window. So currently it should be empty table, right? Nothing on it. Okay, perfect. This link I will add to our Gmail. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here is your affiliate link. It's not sorry, because here we will have the link. And here is a leaderboard. You can use to see your clicks. Because it will be common, we can leave it as is. We can use the bit.ly just to shorten it. Let's just do it once. Okay, so this is our link. To make it nicer. And now we need to set up this clicking thing. Okay, so let's think about it. Our base. We will use definitely our affiliate base, and we are going to check our affiliate and in here by ID, right? This what we're going to get. So search records, our table number 3. The formula here will be simple. So affiliate ID. Hopefully I'm correctly typed it. Usually I prefer use this one to not miss anything. So our affiliate ID should be equal to our affiliate ID link. Our parameter, as you remember, we have tested out it. So, and we also need to put it in a quotes because this will be the text. It's important to remember if you usually like 99 and 99%, if you use the text, it's a rule in a JavaScript and JSON, whatever. Like you use the quotes with a text and you don't use the quotes with the numbers. Super easy. Here I have a number, but as you remember, my affiliate IDs are numerical, are like mixed with the numbers and the letters. So I put the quotes. That's it. So we will find with this the max record 1 definitely. So we will find the one record which correspond our affiliate ID, right? Then we're going to actually let's add something here to get the values. First, let's say we use Alex here, affiliate ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and clicks will be, let's say 1. I just do this to get the values. Actually, precision should be less, right? So precision, not decimal integer. Yeah, the whole number will be better. That's it. So now I have my ID here. So I will just run my webhook to test actually all this out, location, and the search. So my module should find this. We found the clicks. So the last thing we need to add in here, it's an update record where we're going to add +1 to this value. That's it. Our affiliate dashboard almost done. So as you can see, it's super simple. And even if you spend like several hours to build all the system, it will be just paid, like, you know, you will get much more for it. Uh, as we remember, this will be the number here, so we won't need to do anything with our number thing, and we just need to use correct operator because we will add the plus here and 1, and this will be math function because we don't have a text here. This will be recognized as a number, this as a numerical and logical operator, and this one will be also the number. So this will be added. If I will have some piece of a text, it might be reconsidered as a text and will be just added 1. Not, it will give me 11 instead of 2 in this case. Just we'll type it after, but the main thing that we have to put it in a clicks definitely. That's it. So this will add me actually my affiliate, right? The +1 every time when link will be clicked. Okay, so hopefully this understandable. My affiliate will go to Google, so promote the Google in this case, and this we already updated. So check your scores will have the link to make them. To make this one active, we can use anchor for HTML. This will be here. This will be our HTML. Let's do it quickly. So regular HTML, anchor, href, Hopefully it's correct. And the same. Actually, check your scores. Here we have to have our thing, right? Oh, we already shortened it once. Have I? I probably haven't saved it. Oh, I put it in an email. Yeah. Okay. So then this will be our a element, and let's double check it. So we have our system up and running. So we're going to perform a couple of tests, and we also need to add the ID here, definitely, right? So because when our affiliate is registered, we have to um, create another record, right? So search in here, and we're going to add the new affiliate somewhere here. So if ID exists, does not work. So this, yeah, so this where we distribute the free, the links, right? The codes. So as soon as our affiliate clicked on the webhook, we search for available for updates to get new submissions, to get a new affiliate. Then we're searching for a free available ID in our affiliates table, in a status table, you remember. So we have to pick one free. Okay, and then we are updating. Let me see what we're updating here. So if we have the free statuses, if we have the free codes places, we update it to used as soon as we get to the customer. So here we will also add a new record to our leaderboard, and this will allow our tracking system find affiliate by ID. So affiliate table number 3. We can actually rename it dynamically because system pool IDs, not the names. So let's call it leaderboard. So here we're simply going to put the name of our customer from the first module where our customer submitted the form. So name from here, and ID, this will be the code from our second table where we have free codes. Okay, so now looks like we're done, and we might perform a test. This one we also save and run to see the values. The only thing we don't have yet it's a link for our form. I simply haven't saved it yet. So this should work in new window, right? So this will be our form for new affiliates. So our new affiliate, Alex 123, will provide the email. Okay, this is email. So we'll submit it. This will create the new thing. Okay, so let's just check the A record. I hope I put it correctly. Not really, but anyways. We'll check it. Uh, so the rest should be fine. So what we've just done, let's go step by step by process. So we opened the form, right? Airtable, in Airtable, this was the form. We added the record. It created the customer here, okay? We can see this also on our scenario. So this module accepts the webhook, searches for the uh, available codes, creates the customer, and assigns the ID to customer. Show it as used, changes it for used here, and then adds the code to leaderboard. So this is what just happened. It's probably because of recording. I don't see this one in executions. It's weird, but we can open the history to see it. So this was our recent webhook. Yeah, it's probably because of recording. So we got the webhook, which sent our Airtable form, right? Then we check the form and find the recent submission. Okay. Then we went to the table number 1. We searched by status free, so we find the free code, the free place for our affiliate. It was this, right? Then we checked with the filters if we found the free one, right? And put it our process to this flow, to this route. So we updated the record and set this label to used. Then we created the user in our affiliate leaderboard with a name and ID. Okay. Then we created the link and generated the body of with the HTML, which is here, right, with our link, which customer can copy, and link with our shared board, same table in here. So this our affiliate leaderboard. That's it. So now we will check the second step of our affiliate system. So this step will check, will calculate our clicks for our customers. So let's take the affiliate link as customer would do, or from email. We also have send the email to customer. Should be here. Okay, so this is the new one. That's your affiliate link, right? So now we can open the affiliate link as any customer does. We should be sent. Okay, so let's see. Probably need to search records. Either it was the wrong link or Okay, let's double check where we want to send. So the ID was 9DFBF. Oh, you remember I said it changes dynamically? No, it doesn't. So you have to change the table name. So leaderboard in this case has to be set again. Okay, let's test it once again. Oh, nope. Okay, this is our link. We forward it to Google as it should be, and we have to add one click to our customer. So as many as we click, as many clicks we added to our customer. So it was 4, 5, should be 6 probably. Okay, so as you see, I added 6 and it was 1, so now we have 7. And now our system up and running, so we basically can promote and share our form. So anyone can sign up here. And can get the own place in a leaderboard, own affiliate link. So Alex, let's say 456 test2 mail.com. I don't remember if I have my, let's put it 1212 and submit the form. So this kind of thing of Airtable, which is not super cool, but we just take the Airtable as a free example of something, and we need to definitely check the A record, which is super unprofessional. Yeah, weird, but it was actually correct. Oh, yeah, that's my. I used to work with the JSONs a lot. That's it. So let's double check and test our thing. This was our new affiliate link. Let's add a couple clicks to our new affiliate. Okay, and we need to fix our A record. So anchor here should be equal, not the column. That's it. So save, and now we let's add a couple more clicks and form our form. In here, let's add one more affiliate and check the clicks. So the second should get like 3 or 4. Okay, so this should give us correct a record, which should be active, and it will be linked to our leaderboard. So as you see, we can click on it, see our thing, but we I didn't copy the link. Let's do it again. Because I use test email. Let's use temp mail. As you see, we got clicks for our customers. Let's make one more leader in this competition, and we're done here. So inform. I just want to double check the emails which we sent. So we can close all this. Okay, so as you see, we got our email with a link to board and affiliate link. So let's make 3 clicks for our last for today affiliate. That was the second, and it should be third. So we can check the leaderboard and see the scores for our affiliates. That's it. So that's how it works. The third, do you remember? I missed the copy affiliate link. This was the fourth, and our system up and running. So here this one we can provide for customers, for public. This will be our internal thing where we can see the registrants and where we will see the availability of our thing. So actually, uh, after 2 more registration, customer should get an error. Let's quickly test it out and let's see what will happen. So if my customer now, because I don't have free codes anymore, will try to register, he should see unpleasant message with something, because our scenario will filter it's on the step in here. So let's run it and try to register with a new email. Okay, so our affiliate should be registered in a form, but because of this filter, we'll receive the message that all codes are done. That's it. So hope you enjoyed this one. This probably everything for today. So see you next week, and let me know what exactly you want to see in these videos. Probably there is something that interested for you, and I'll try to help you to understand better how to automate your business processes. and we can build something cool together. Bye.